Chris here at the Handle It Warehouse. You just received your Handle It Model 1100AA-C stretch wrapper. As you can see, this unit shipped fully assembled. Typically we ship it fully assembled, but sometimes we do ship it knocked down and crated. If that's the case, it's a very simple process to install it. We have that paperwork for you. It's pretty much you're tipping up the tower and you're going to secure the mast and you're going to install the carriage. So very easy process. Couple things to keep in mind before you put it in place. You have actually three things to think of. One is your power source. You have your air supply to think of that you can reach. And also you want to think of the orientation of how you want to load and unload the stretch wrapper. As far as the power source goes, you want to be close enough to an outlet where you're not using an extension cord. You also want to make sure that it's a dedicated line of power at a 110 outlet. Also no GFI outlets, because if you use that, you're going to trip the breaker. Next thing would be the air supply. Like I said, make sure you're close enough to the air supply. If you don't have an air supply, you can use an air compressor, like a portable one. The minimum requirement for that would be 8 gallons and 90 PSI. As far as the orientation goes, we'll talk about that in a second. For right now, let's go plug in this unit. Now let's hook up the air supply. So I mentioned before, when you're putting this unit in place, you want to keep in mind how you want to load the stretch wrapper. So in this case, we're going to be side loading. So we're going to come with a forklift in this way and loading it here. It's basically the only option we have because we have pallets there, we have a wall there. If that wasn't there, you could do front loading or side loading from this way. If you do front loading, which a lot of people want to front load, you want to keep in mind as you're coming back with the pallet, you don't want to be hitting the ceiling unit or dropping the pallet on there. And it's hard to see if you're in the forklift over there. We do ship a mirror that can go up here so you can kind of see it better. And then also I would recommend getting a wheel stop over there so you don't come back too far. But if you are going to front load, definitely what I would recommend instead of doing all that is we can change the orientation of this so that it's at the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock position. That way you're basically loading from the front, but you are side loading, which is the easier way of going about it. Let's go ahead and power the unit on. Just hit the on button here. And when you turn it on, it's always going to ask for a reset request. So you can see it there. So just hit reset here. And what that'll do is if the carriage or the turntable weren't at the home position, it would bring it back to them. In this case, they already are, so nothing moved. It beeps back at you to let you know that you're good to go.